Well, hello. Today is Monday, June 19th. It's time for our weekly meeting highlights. I've been gone for what? This is missed at least two meeting highlights, but I was in North Dakota on vacation for a couple weeks and had a great time. Ate way too much. I don't eat when I travel, but when I'm there, let me tell you, I ate. So, I didn't weigh myself this morning. I know it's going to sound like an excuse, but I guess it is an excuse. I know I gained. First of all, I know I gained. Without even getting on the scale, I know I gained. I think I probably gained at least 5 pounds. I went crazy. I ate a lot, and I ate good. But one of the reasons I didn't weigh myself is he's okay. He's fine. But my husband, Jim, went to bed last night about 11:30. I was still sitting up watching TV, and he came into my TV room and asked me to call 911 because he was having chest pains. Now, if Jim asks me to call 911, then it's pretty severe. It really is pretty severe. So we went to the hospital. The ambulance got here. We were out of the house by midnight. And I did not get home until 7:30 this morning. And I went back to bed because at this point I had been up almost 24 hours. And so I slept until Jim called me at 11:30. When I went home from the hospital, he was fine. He did not have a heart attack. I should have prefaced that. He did not have a heart attack. They think it was some kind of musculoskeletal issues because all of his heart enzymes came back fine. It didn't show. They did an X-ray and they did a CAT scan, and they took blood every hour to check his enzymes and his blood pressure and all of that stuff. And so like at 7 o'clock they determined that it was not a heart attack, that he was fine, that they were going to schedule an ultrasound of his heart. So they're going to do an ultrasound of his heart this afternoon, which they do feel is going to come out fine. So he's hopefully going to come home tonight. So I just came home to get a couple hours sleep before I have to go back to the hospital. And I always weigh myself at 9:30 in the morning, and when I woke up at 11:30, I thought, no, it's way off my schedule. And like I said, excuses. I know, excuses, but I promise you I will weigh next week. I'm going to get back on track. I'm going to start showing my food again this week. Like I said, I know I've gained a considerable amount of weight because I made poor food choices. But I was on vacation. I was gone for like 11 days. 11 days of just eating what I wanted to eat when I wanted to eat. So that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. So anyway, I know I had a gain. Let's just say I had a 5-pound gain. I really do think I had at least a 5-pound gain. But next week will be the tell-all. We'll see. Anyway, this week's topic is, or this month's topics are dealing with routine disruptions. I tell you, I think that somebody's following me around because I did have a routine disruption. I got up every morning and I had a bowl of Rice Krispies with a banana and a glass of juice. I had a good bowl of cereal. When I say a bowl of cereal, I mean a bowl of cereal, which was probably like 2 bowls of cereal. And more milk than a cup of milk, and more juice than 8 ounces of juice. And so, and then I snacked along the way. Let's be honest, I snacked along the way. So I'm sticking to probably a 5-pound. I probably should have got on the scale even at the wrong time, but I've gone a month without weighing, and it didn't do me too much harm. And I think once I get back showing you my food, I'll be fine. But my routine was disruptive, so it kind of played into it a little bit. What I'm very thankful for is my family always tried to go around not watching what I ate, but not going out of their way to have like unhealthy things. There were healthy things in the house. I had salads. I did have some salads and stuff, but I did get the support I needed, and none of them were on Weight Watchers. Not that they needed to be, but none of them were on Weight Watchers. So enough about that. Look, I've gone 4 minutes talking about my vacation. But anyway, this is how to get support from non-WW members. Sometimes life, or even the people in your life, can crimp your healthy habits or routines. Boo! But we don't mean to. Try these hacks to get your friends to help you in some sort of way. I'm hoping that this Jim scared Jim. Jim had surgery in October, if any of you have been following me that long. And he came home and he had lost like 20 pounds, and he was like all gung-ho, and he was gonna, he was gonna do it. And he fell off the wagon, and I think he gained all those 20 pounds back. And I think that while watching the videos, and he saw, and plus he had to get a larger size shirt for his souvenir shirts. All of that kind of played into it. And then last night, so I am hoping that I'm going to start my daily walks again, because I walked for like 11 days and my feet didn't give out on me because I had plantar fasciitis last year. So I think that made a difference. And knowing that I can get back to my walking, and I'm going to have Jim walk with me, and we're going to get him to get a green vegetable in him one way or another. Anyway, try this. Ask for inspo. House guests with a sweet tooth, kids on a summer break who love ordering pizza, make WW-sized versions of their favorites. I have cooked Weight Watcher foods, and Jim does like them. I've just been too lazy to make them. Another reason is Jim works afternoons during the year, but in the summer he works days. So I will be able to prepare healthier meals, because he was mostly just bringing sandwiches, which was lunch meat, which is not good anyhow. And so now, because he's not a leftover eating type of person, because I could make a dinner and then make him like a frozen dinner, but not frozen. And he could bring it to work the next day and reheat it. That is not Jim. Jim will not do that. So now I know I can get some healthy foods into him. And like I said, I was not like overly tempted by my family when we were on vacation. They were very considerate of me. Well, the one time they had ice cream and I didn't have any, and they were fine. They didn't say, oh, one little scoop of ice cream is not going to kill you or anything like that. No, they did not say anything. They respected me for that. So I just made poor food choices. That's all I can say about that. The second thing is to move together. Suggest a post-dinner walk instead of TV, or plan a bike tour on your girls' trip instead of a boozy brunch or another afternoon by the pool. Like I just said, I'm going to start having Jim walk with me when he gets home from work. Maybe just before dinner. I'm not one to eat with a full stomach, so I think that might build up our appetite a little bit more. I'm going to prepare more salads. Jim will eat a salad, so I think if I can get some more greens in him, he'll do a little bit better. And pay it forward. Find ways your healthy routine can help a loved one, like prepping extra veggie sticks for a snack-loving spouse. They did not meet Jim. Jim is not going to eat any kind of a vegetable as a snack. But I have it in there if he wants it. I have fruit, I have vegetables, I have all of those little snack things. What I have to pull back on is the cookies and stuff like I have been buying, mostly for my grandchildren, but now they don't come over as much as they're older. They have their friends, they're hanging out with their friends. I see them like once a week on family dinners, and in family dinners, they don't need to have the cookies in the cookie jar, so we'll just leave it at that. And another thing you can do is set an example. Suggest splitting a, if you knew Jim, you know how funny this is. Suggest splitting a veggie-packed app or appetizer or entree when dining out, or take your kids shopping to pick out fruits and vegetables. I don't have to worry about that with my family and friends. My family and my friends all eat vegetables and fruits and stuff like that, so that's not a problem. It's just swaying Jim that way is going to be hard. And talk it out. Be open about how people can help you. If like finding restaurants with low point options and leaving snacks out. You should never say never, but I can tell you I'm never going to go to a restaurant and order something off of the healthy option menu. I would just as soon stay home and make it myself. If I'm going to go out to eat, I'm going to order what I want. Now, I don't have to eat it in excess like I have been in the last couple months. I can make smarter choices as far as, like, if I get a baked potato, instead of getting it loaded, I could get it with a little bit of butter on the side. I don't need to have the butter. I don't need to have the sour cream. I don't need to have the bacon or the chives or the cheese. I don't need to have all of that stuff. And a good potato is good for you. It's high in nutrients and stuff. So I could do that. I really could. And instead of getting a bowl of soup, I could get a cup of soup. I mean, there's little twitches that I can make. I have fallen back on, when I go to the restaurant, having a pop. I love iced tea. I love unsweetened iced tea. I need to get back to just ordering iced tea or just drinking water, which I do drink a lot of water, but I've been kind of slacking on my water intake also. And make a plan. Who are you going to involve in your journey? Try the strategy that you think is going to work, and when and how you'll be able to do it. It's easy enough things. Common sense. It's just common sense. When I got down to 209, I thought, you know what, this is great. I'm so close to Wonderland. I'm never going to gain my weight back. I don't know how people are doing that. I don't know why they do that. They put all that work and effort and then they go and gain their weight back. I know I'm in the 50s now. That's probably another reason I didn't want to get on the scale. I didn't want to clunk that clunker over, because if you remember the last time I weighed, I think I was 249.9. So I was ready to clunk that clunker over. And I think psychologically, in my mind, I'm thinking I'm not ready to see that. So I think that, not that I think I'm going to lose 5 pounds this week, and I am going to get on the scale next week and I have to face the dreaded moving that clunker thing over. But I don't want to have to clunk it over and then keep going like that, to keep moving it till it's almost 260. Because I've gained, well, if I was 209 and I'm 249, I figure I gained 50 pounds. So you need to say that out loud sometimes. I noticed on my trip that it was harder for me to get up out of chairs. It was a little bit, there was a lot of mountains, a lot of hills. I never felt like I was ever walking downhill. I always felt like I was walking uphill all the time. And I was huffing and puffing, I really was. I was able to complete it and not take a million rest periods, but I was very much aware of how much more difficult it was to get in and out of the car, how to get in and out of a chair, just to walk at a faster pace. I was very much aware of that. So I foresee a good summer of me losing a good portion of the 50 pounds that I've gained. I'm not going to lose the whole 50 pounds over the summer. I mean, I'm being realistic. I'm just not. But I could lose 10 pounds over the summer. I could very easily lose 10 pounds over the summer. And that is my goal by my birthday, September 7th, to have lost at least 10 pounds. So am I shooting for more? Definitely. I'm definitely shooting for more. But I don't want to set too high of a goal or set my aspirations too high and then get defeated in my journey and just think, well, what the heck? Because I think I really have had that attitude for the last year or so. It's like, what the heck? What the heck? And I don't want to do that anymore. I want to get back to losing weight and feeling better, because I'm not feeling as good as I was when I was 209. It's just a fact of life. It just is. So. But let's dive a little deeper. Imagine all spring you've been prepping meals, getting in steps, staying in your points budget. They're not talking about me. Now it's summer break. Your kids are home along with your friends and all of their snacks and all of the pizza. Your sister's visiting, family's visiting. We need to, wrap it up and make a plan. And that's what I do. I have a plan. So tell the people that you spend time with who are part of your environment and play a big role in what you do, what your plan is for the summer. So when the routines of those around you change or your interactions with them do, it can't interfere with your routines if you're using them, if you're trying to stay on track. So in other words, let people know, what? You've seen this Sandy that for the last 6 months has just been going crazy. That Sandy we've let out the door. We're not going to open the door and let her back in, because we need to have that Sandy leave. We need the Sandy to come back that was dedicated to her plan, and please try to help me with it. And I get so much support from my family. Now, my family is overweight. My family could lose weight. I know that. But we all know that you have to want to do it for yourself. You're never going to do it for someone else. You're never going to do it if somebody else tells you need to do it. Like with Jim, with him gaining his weight back, I could be the nagging wife and harp at him. Well, then he's just going to resent me all the more, and he's just going to rebel and eat even more just to show me. So it's just easier just to gently remind yourself and maybe a loved one that, maybe we could do this together or something like that. It can be done. It really can. And I think if people know your plan and your intentions and they really truly love you, they're willing to help you. They really are. So instead of fighting it, here's a fix. Involve them in your journey as you adjust to your new or temporary conditions. This is not a temporary condition for me. This is like the rest of my life. I have to, I have more behind me than I have in front of me, because I don't have a lot in front of me as much as I have behind me. I have like 71 years behind me, but, or 72, because I'm 72. I got 72 years behind me. I don't have 72 years ahead of me. So of the good 20 or 30 years that I am hoping to live, I have to really plan and make adjustments for that. And I can do that, and it will help me to live longer if I follow a good plan. And that's my intention. Because you can't control what others do, but chances are they'll want to help you if you just show them how to do it. Because that's just a fact of life. If people love you, they're not going to go out of their way to keep you from reaching your goals. They just aren't. They're going to do everything they can in their power to help you along the way. Because I find with my friends and my family that they really support in every effort that I try and make in my weight loss journey. And I don't know if it's because they're being kind or they're afraid to say something, but it's quite evident how much weight I've gained just in my face. If I can find a picture, I'll show you. I'll do a photo of myself, and then I'll compare it with my lowest weight, my face. And you can really, really see the difference in it. And if I have that, I'll put that right here. Because I need to get that and put it on my refrigerator just so I can see. I know I've gained weight, but I think when I see it in my face, that really tells me how much farther I have fallen away from the wayside, from my path. So these are 3 fast facts. Number 1, your environment, including the people you're with, impact what you do. And number 2, the more time you spend with someone, the more they may influence your actions. And number 3, even when you can't control how much time you spend with someone, you can still control how they affect your journey. Very true statements. Very, very true statements. So, once again, I know I'm in the 250s. How much, I don't know. I didn't weigh myself. I probably should weigh myself tomorrow morning, but I don't plan on doing that. And I'm just going to wait till next Monday, do the best I can. Probably have a gain next week because, like I said, I know I had a pretty good gain this week. So, but how did you guys do? I missed you guys. I really did. I was so busy with my vacation. It was so jam-packed. We got up early in the morning, like 8 o'clock, and we were out the door. So I never really had a chance to get my videos done, but I knew you'd understand. So in the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, and share, and offer me some advice. I'm more than willing to hear some advice. So talk to you soon.